The next step is how we're going to deal with branches off of the longest chain. This is going to bring up, building off of one, you will still, the first thing you will always do is find the longest chain. Then that will become the last part of the name for the molecule. And then in front, we're going to add the substituents or the branches that are present. So if we have, we're just going to start out simple with just one branch or substituent. All right, so we've got a molecule that we're going to first start with our first step, find the longest chain. I like to highlight or circle the longest chain so we can identify the longest chain there as having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. So now based on what we learned here, we can see that this is going to be a pentane. The next step is we obviously have a little guy hanging out over here, and we need to identify who that is and where it is. So that's going to go in the front, the where and the who. So how do we do that? The where part is going to be the location on the longest chain. And so that means that we have to number these carbons. We're going to number this always so that we're going to number the chain, number the longest chain, so that it gives the substituent the lowest number possible. In this case, it means we're going to number this carbon the 1 carbon. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives our substituent it's off of the 2 position of the longest chain. All right. We wouldn't number it the opposite way, which would give us 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would say our number would, our substituent would be off the 4. So we're going to go with the where will be that our substituent is off of the second or the 2 carbon of the longest chain. So we will put a 2 and then a hyphen. Now we have to address the who. Who is our substituent? In this case, you will always count the number of carbons in your substituent. We're always counting carbons. And so 1 carbon is interpreted into a meth. When it's a substituent or a branch, we're going to give an ending of YL. And so we are going to take meth and add a YL, which becomes methyl. So now let's look back at what we've done. We've got, this word here, and this represents what molecule we have. So we've got that this is a pentane, which means we have a long chain of 5 carbons. This out here means that off of the 2 carbon of the pentane, we have a methyl group, which has 1 carbon. So there, we've represented everything we needed to represent about this molecule in a name, so that if someone just saw the name, they could draw what structure this is.